Well, hi everyone. I've got some more figures to unbox today, but before I do, I'd like to start out by talking about some of these other figures that I've gotten recently that I've already unboxed. Let's start out with, first of all, we've got the, I guess it was the very original paint of Roadblock here, and I really like Roadblock here because I like the addition of the gold that was on this original paint. I guess the redeco, he's more traditional military looking without any shiny parts. But I thought this was kind of cooler looking with the gold bits on them. I also like some of the new action. What is it? Eagle Force. They're like used to be a line from the UK, I believe. Saw those on Big Bad Toy Store. Really cool looking 4-inch figures. So they don't quite fit, I guess, with the 3.75-inch figures. But they have a whole bunch of really neat looking figures. And the main Eagle Force guys, a lot of them wear a lot of gold, which I think is kind of neat. Or maybe it's just a special anniversary edition. Figures that have all the gold. Anyway, what I really thought was neat about this Roadblock and the other Roadblocks, hopefully you'll see it, his face looks to me a lot like the actor who played Debo in the movies the Friday movie, and Friday, the next Friday, and all that stuff. He's a really big, buff dude that the bad dude in the neighborhood that steals the kids' bikes and stuff. So, I think this Roadblock just happens to have these kind of eyes, glower at you, glower. Anyway, glower. How do you say that? Yeah. Well, he's looking at you, kind of like Debo. He's got these. Just I don't know how to say that. Look that he has. It looks right through you almost. So, for some reason, this Roadblock looks like Debo more than he looks like any other Roadblock. That must be kind of what the designer had in his mind. Who knows? That's what I got out of it. Next up is Big Pimp Destro. Just love. This was actually the very first 6-inch figure that I ordered. It was probably going to be the only one I thought I was going to order, and then I thought, well, you know, I'll get a. I think then it was the Action Force guys that I ordered next that I haven't even got yet. That got me into all the G.I. Joe Classified and then into Star Wars Black Series. So ironically, this is the guy that kind of started it all, and then the Action Force wanting to get some of those cool new figures and that new line and all that stuff. That got me into the 6-inch collection stuff. So, Big Pimp Destro, man, this guy's just cool. Gold helmet. You know, he's got the cape, the red cape with the leopard print on there, or leopard fur. Very, you know, highly valued stuff. Very cool stuff. What else does he have on there? Well, you can see most of the stuff. He's got the cash to burn. Love it. He's just badass, man. Destro's just a badass dude anyway. And to have Pimp Destro sunglasses, you just gotta have Pimp Destro, man. So I'm stoked with that. Just thought it was great when I saw it. I didn't know about that they had a 3.75-inch Destro. Some kind of San Diego Comic-Con figure or something. I think that's where the original first idea of sort of a Pimp Daddy Destro came from. So this is sort of an homage to that, but very cool. I like them. And last of these figures I've already opened is this Carbonized Darth Vader Black Series. I was debating whether to get him or not because he looks very blue colored in the pictures on Amazon at least, and I think the other pictures, there's a couple photos of him where he's super blue looking. And I think it's the color underneath before he's carbonized. If this is the carbonizing process, I used to know at my old work where we used to do it, we used to carbon coat certain filters before we would put them into a scanning electron microscope, an SEM. They had to be carbon coated in order to be conductive so that the electrons would not build up a charge on what you're looking at. And anyway, we had this carbon coating machine, and it would kind of make an appearance like this. This shiny, gray cover would happen over these white polyethylene filters or whatever, not polyethylene, polypropylene, I don't remember, some kind of filters. Anyway, this Darth Vader, I think he's really cool looking. I was a little worried he was going to be too blue. He is blue, which, I think that's cool because all other Darth Vaders are black, and, it's kind of nice to have a color variant. Most of us like color variant figures. At one time I remember a few years back thinking, why don't they make red Darth Vader and white Darth Vader and yellow Darth Vader? Just because people probably would want all the colors of the rainbow if they had them. Anyway, maybe, you know, not everybody would want them. A lot of people only want black because that's the purest, you know, but other people might want the other colors just for fun. Depends on your personality, I guess. But yeah, I think this guy looks pretty cool, and especially if it's not too bright, it pretty much looks black. You know, it kind of almost stands out more than black. Might look better on film if I was to use him for a figure or something where, you know, especially if it wasn't bright lighting. This figure might actually look better than the black one. I don't know. And I don't know why they didn't carbonize the black figure. Maybe they'll do that later. That's always in the mind of these toy marketing geniuses, is give you something you don't really quite want, but is something you don't want to pass up, and then, you know, a year later it seems like they give you what you really did want in the first place, because they kind of know what you really did want, and they know that you'll buy the kind of not really wanted variation first, but if they put it out second, you might skip on it, right? If they did a carbonized black one and then a carbonized blue one, this one might not sell at all. So that's kind of my thinking. Also, why probably they put the carbonized figures out after the original figure, because if you were only going to get one, you might only get the carbonized if that's, you know, if you're a carbonized collector. Anyway, enough about all that. So thank you for sticking around to the actual unboxing. And let's get to this. This is a Hasbro Pulse order received from them. They are one of the slower shippers that I've dealt with of all the other toy companies. And I try to always get free shipping, so that means I always try to order enough from whoever I'm buying from to get free shipping. So I think Hasbro Pulse, that means you got to order $50 or more, which is quite inconvenient if you want to do pre-orders. So I really haven't ordered anything from them pre-order, because unless I'm going to order, you know, 2 or 3 or 4 of something, it's not going to hit the $50 mark, and you're going to have to end up paying shipping. So anyway, there we go on that. So what do we have here? Let's get all this stuff out of the way. All right. First of all, we've got Zartan. Very excited for Zartan. One of the coolest figures, I think, of the G.I. Joe classifieds is this Zartan figure. Another one is Major Blood, which I don't have, and I'm kind of waiting, hoping that he's going to come back into circulation in normal numbers at some point. Maybe not, and I'll have to maybe spend extra money to get him. I don't know. But Zartan was always a favorite character of mine from the cartoon, probably of everybody's. He's just one of those, you know, he's got the Australian accent, I believe, but he hangs out in the bayou, and he's, you know, did he have an Australian accent? Doesn't matter. Yeah. I like that he comes with the mask like he did with the original, and the backpack that he puts the mask in. Very much a good homage to the original figure, but quite a good upgrade, I think, because of the articulation and, you know, higher detail in the larger figure. So, very cool. Just glad to have Zartan. I considered buying, I think when I ordered this, they actually did, at the time, have the larger deluxe Zartan that comes with 4 different heads. And I looked into it and I thought, man, that is cool, and it turns blue underwater, but I thought, when am I ever going to pour him underwater, especially if I don't unbox him? At some point I will unbox him, I'm sure. 1, just to save space, but 2, to play with them. But yeah, I just thought I don't need all those different heads, because sort of without the rest of the body changing, you know, what's Zartan with Storm Shadow's head, or Zartan with Snake Eye's head on it really worth? He still looks like Zartan unless you, you know, his whole body has to change like it does in the cartoon in a way. Anywho, awesome, and this really did come in good condition. This is looks like the best box I've ever got, actually. So I'll have to give Hasbro Pulse the plus on that. This is a very nicely, just hasn't been on a shelf anywhere or mixed with any other things or anything. It's just unworn box. That's amazing. First I've ever seen like that. And okay, we've got this Kirkanos figure that I don't know anything about, except for his name is Kirkanos. And it's also marketed under the wrong name, I believe, online. Hasbro made a mistake or something, and yeah, it's Carnor Jax, they have it on the box, but it's actually supposed to be a guy named Kirkanos, I believe. So somehow somebody made a mistake and got Carnor Jax on the character that's supposed to be Kirkanos. So does this look like, this looks like it's supposed to be a VHS thing, maybe? Slip into a VHS shelf where they would have a double, no, it's not that wide, like a double boxed VHS. It's just an interesting box. I think it opens with, let's see, yes, okay, Velcro. Anyway, cool looking figure, kind of an Imperial guard, but he's lost the front part of his cape, so you can see more of his clothes without having to remove that front part of his robes. So that's really neat looking. Other than that, I don't know anything about him. I don't think his helmet comes off. It'd be neat if it did, but I don't think it does. I like him because he's an Imperial Guard and red, and he doesn't have the robe. Not so stoked about having this super special box unless I could take him out of it. I think that's why maybe this isn't selling that well. And right after I found him and bought him on Hasbro Pulse, I noticed he was cheaper almost anywhere else. This I think was probably 26, 27 bucks at Hasbro, and you can get him for almost $20 anywhere now. Yeah, just not a popular figure, probably because the box is unlike a lot of the other boxes. Don't know why they do so many different kinds of boxes. Nostalgic reasons, I guess, but they have different lines. And the last but not least, we've got Bo-Katan Cries. Is it Cries? Yeah. Or Bo-Katan. So you guys will have to, well, I won't know. Haven't seen the Mandalorian show. I just, like I said, I've to collect the female characters. Just add some more variety to my shelf, since most G.I. Joe and Action Force and that kind of thing are mostly males. I want to get all the females that I can. So we've got Bo-Katan Cries. She's a pretty looking lady, and she's a Boba Fett. What more can I say than that, right? She's got Mandalorian armor, and she's a foxy lady. And I guess she's a hero and pretty badass one at that, I gather. What's it say? A gifted warrior. Bo-Katan Cries is a legendary Mandalorian. She refused to align with the Empire's occupation of Mandalore. Okay, so there's a planet called Mandalore or something, and that's what the Mandalorians are from. Okay, well, let's learn something. And she's one of the ones who refused to cooperate with the Empire, so she's dope, I guess, if you're on the anti-Empire side. And wonder about her name. It was like, yeah, I don't know what that would. Is Katan the Death March, or Bo-Katan? I thought it kind of sounded like Bogota, like Colombia, but probably has nothing to do with the naming. Interesting though. I just like to wonder about stuff. Bo-Katan Cries. So she'll just go up on the shelf with all the other figures in line. I guess I haven't showed you guys all the shelf, and maybe I'll get to that someday, but not at this moment, I think. Anyway, thank you all for joining me and checking out these figures. I know most of them are probably off screen here because I'm not very smart about my positioning, or haven't been this time. So yeah, let's mostly keep these guys offside and the ones we just opened here. Okay, so that's it for now, everybody. Oh, let's open Carnor real quick. Not Carnor. What is his name? Kirkarnos? Somebody tell me who Kirkarnos is, huh? And that's it for now. Take care, everybody.